All right. Are we good? All right, so we are live. So we'll welcome everybody to the special council meeting of Tuesday, August 6, 2024. And this is called in accordance with our procedural bylaws C-2922, where we may call a special council meeting to discuss the following item, which of course is bylaw C-15-24. Before I begin, though, I will do the land acknowledgement that the City of Fort Saskatchewan is located on Treaty 6 territory and Métis Nation of Alberta District 11. We recognize that we stand upon the land that carries the footsteps of many Indigenous people, including the Nihilwak, Dene, Blackfoot, Saulteaux, Nakota Sioux, and Métis, and the city honors the first peoples of this land and is committed to fostering reconciliation through relationship building, knowledge gathering, and education. So just before we begin, I will go to our parliamentary, Andrew, as he has a procedural update. So go ahead, Andrew.
Yes, thank you, and good afternoon, Your Worship and members of council. I just wanted to make you aware that at the time the agenda was published, bylaw C-15-24 was missing Schedule A, which has now been provided to you via hard copy or via email to our councillor that is joining us virtually. We will be correcting or amending the agenda package that was published so that the public has access to this map immediately following this meeting.
Okay, great. Thank you very much. So with that, I have no delegations registered, and because this will have a first reading, not calling anybody to speak to this, so it's the only item. So we will go directly to this item, bylaw C-15-24, and invite Craig Thomas and Tiago de Sousa Jensen. Come on. Names are getting harder. Welcome. I assume you're new in planning? Okay, well, welcome.
Good afternoon, Your Worship and members of council. My name is Craig Thomas, and I'm very happy to introduce Tiago de Sousa Jensen. He's one of our newest planners within the team, and he'll take council through bylaw C-15-24. So I'll turn it over to Tiago.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Your Worship and members of council. I'm a planner one here with the city, and I'm here to present a brief summary of bylaw C-15-24 to redistrict lands in Windsor Point for a comprehensively planned residential district, the RC district. In June of 2024, WSP on behalf of Landrex Inc. applied to redistrict the next phase of the Windsor Point neighborhood from UR, Urban Reserve, to RC, the Comprehensively Planned Residential District. The area is highlighted in light red on the screen here. The subject redistricting site is in the undeveloped southwest portion of West Park, east of the Dow Ball Fields in the Windsor Point neighborhood. It's east of Wyatt Ridge, north of a portion of Wynn Road, which runs north-south through the center of the site, and finally west of West Park Drive. The purpose of the site is to provide a variety of housing options and encourage diversity of built form within a low-density residential setting. A range of housing types here includes single-family and semi-detached. Multi-attached may be included under specific conditions. This application seeks to redistrict approximately 3.2 hectares of land to allow for low-density housing. The development will connect to West Park Drive, a major collector road, and is in proximity to Wilshire Boulevard, West Park Boulevard, and 95A Avenue, which are major arterials. The development is also in proximity to the major trail networks along the North Saskatchewan River in and around West River's Edge, as well as the Dow Ball Fields. Planning policies currently in place support the designation of the RC District in Windsor Point. The RC District is consistent with the surrounding stages of Windsor Point and features a density level in line with the character of the neighborhood. Next, I want to speak about conformance to the city's planning documents. The Municipal Development Plan designates the West Park area as a developing neighborhood, which designs neighborhoods that are walkable and encourage a range of housing options for the city's diverse population. The West Park ASP designates this area as low-density residential. The intent for this area is to provide a variety of housing forms for different age and income groups. Housing options can include single-detached, semi-detached, and under certain conditions may include multi-attached. From the Windsor Point Outline Plan, the subject site is designated as low-density residential. These three plans are in line with the proposed RC district. Therefore, administration supports the redistricting application due to policies of the MDP, the West Park ASP, and the Windsor Point Outline Plan. The proposed RC district provides for logical residential build-out of the area with low-density housing diversity, and finally furthers the completion of West Park ASP. Should Council give first reading to the bylaw, a public hearing will be advertised in the Fort Saskatchewan Record. Landowners within 100 meters of the proposed redistricting will be mailed a notice, and a copy of the proposed bylaw will be available on the city website. The target date for the public hearing is August 27, 2024. At this time, I'd like to answer any questions that Council might have for administration. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much for your presentation, Diego. I will open it up for any questions. Councillor Harris?
So my understanding is Landrex owned a fair amount of the land that was on the, call it southwest side of the utility corridor that was ultimately transferred or sold some time ago by the city. So some of this land is subject to this particular public hearing that will be held at the end of the month. Has that recently transferred from a previous landowner, Qualico, to Landrex? Have they entered into an agreement for that land swap, and now this is just the planning context for it, for stage 8?
It's my understanding that yes, that was a swap that happened in preparation for the next stage of the build-out of the neighborhood.
Okay, so Landrex ultimately is now the owner of all of the undeveloped land in that area.
I believe so, yes.
Okay, good, thanks.
Okay, thank you. Are there any other questions? Councillor Kelly?
Thank you. Probably unrelated to this, but in this, Mr. Thomas, up in this direction, and on your map it shows, I'm just wondering what that is. Is that an old road allowance or a utility easement? And does it have any effect at all on this proposed development?
Through your worship to Councillor Kelly, yeah, it's an old road right of way, and essentially what happens as the lands get developed is it's closed and it gets factored into the subdivision as development happens.
The right of way itself is owned by the city of Fort Saskatchewan?
I believe it's been transferred, so
Already.
the ownership is with the developer.
Did we do that within the last couple of years? Seems to me we had something on that. Okay. Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you. That appears to be all the questions. What is the wish of council? Councillor Macon,
I can make the motion.
go ahead.
I'll make the motion that council give first reading to bylaw C-1524 to amend land use bylaw C-2320 by redistricting a portion of southwest quarter 245423 lot B block 25 plan 042691 and block A. Oh man, plan 1723259 from UR to RC.
Oh, and the public hearing.
Oh, my apologies, and further that a public hearing be scheduled for August 27th, 2024.
All right, thank you. I'll accept that motion. Do you wish to speak to the motion?
Only that no major red flags come up, so I'm happy to put forward the motion so it comes back on the 27th.
All right, thank you. It's open for discussion and debate. Not seeing any. I will close the motion. Or anything on close? No, you're good. I will close the motion. Please cast your vote. And Councillor Batoye has her card. And that is carried. All right. Thank you very much for your presentation. And with that, that will be one of our fastest meetings we've had at 9 minutes. So with that, we do stand adjourned. Thank you very much and have a great rest of the summer.
That was hardly worth having a salad for.